Good afternoon. I'll call to order the August 2023 meeting of the New Ulm Public Utility Commission. Our first order of business is to discuss the consent agenda. Dan, is there anything specific you want to mention?
I was just going to mention that the emergency repair for the water line for the power plant was completed in time for us to do our urge test, and that we are now rebuilding the GE generator number 4. Project has started.
Okay, excellent.
I'll offer the motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda items. Any further discussion? With none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. So then our next order of business is to thank our employee of the month. Dan, do you want to do that?
Yeah, this month, the employee of the month is Joanne Springer. She started in September of 2022 as a clerical assistant at the PUC. She is does a good job with her customer interactions with both customers and vendors. She's the first point of contact for a lot of people when they walk in the door. So her friendly demeanor and pleasant disposition is greatly valued. She's also taken on some of the graphics things to help the energy services rep. So thank you to her.
I'll make the motion to recognize Joanne Springer, Clerical Assistant, as Employee of the Month for July 2023.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to recognize Joanne Springer, Clerical Assistant, as Employee of the Month for July 2023. Any further discussion? With none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Joanne. All right, our next order of business is to discuss the water leak detection survey.
Yeah, we have somebody come in annually to do acoustic testing on our system to find leaks, both on the services and on the mains. This year they found 2 main leaks, 8 service leaks, and 2 hydrant leaks. And I actually believe one of the main leaks they found was actually on the service, but it was adjacent to the main, so pretty dang close. They can locate them within a few feet, so we don't have to dig up a whole street or excessive digging. And it's kind of a neat technology to trying to find them the cheapest, least intrusive way possible. So if there's any questions?
So is this about a normal amount, or is this less than what we usually see?
This is right in the average. It's not excessive. You know, we have a couple of years ago where we had a really wicked winter with defrost. There's a lot of breaks.
Okay.
This seems to be kind of where we fall pretty regularly. About 4 mains, and I guess 2 hydrants and 2 mains, and 10 services kind of average. So maybe we're a little light.
So now do the service leaks, do we repair those, or is that on the homeowner?
It depends on where they're at.
Okay.
The homeowner owns up to the curb stop. That's theirs.
Okay.
At the curb stop to the main, we have to fix that.
Okay.
So we're the one digging up the street then.
So do we know how many of those service leaks were actually homeowners versus?
I have not got that breakdown.
Okay.
They've been working on the mains first, and then they've
Okay.
notified homeowners, and I think they've done. I
Okay.
think they did one today, as a matter of fact.
Thanks.
I'll make the motion to receive and order file the report on the New Ulm Public Utilities Water Leak Detection Survey as prepared by Westrom Leak Detection.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to receive and order filed the report on the New Ulm Public Utilities Water Leak Detection Survey as prepared by Westrom Leak Detection. Is there any further discussion?
Did you say the reason, is it like age that causes this, or shifting ground?
There's lots of different things that cause it. Age is usually one of the drivers, but there can be construction adjacent. A homeowner might have done something that messed with their service. There's just a plethora of reasons you get a leak, especially on the service, it seems like. And we do have a lot of aged mains throughout the city.
Okay.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, our next order of business is to discuss the 2024 energy program Energy Assistance Program Agreement with Minnesota Valley Action, I believe.
Commissioners, yeah, this is an annual item, just to renew the agreement each year. The agreement allows us to receive those payments from NVAC when customers have applied for assistance. Without the agreement in place, the payments would be sent directly to the customers, and then not all of them will use the payments the way they were intended, and we end up with more delinquent accounts. So this kind of streamlines everything with that process.
Right, and I recall seeing this year over year over year.
Yeah, there's no changes in this agreement from last year's or anything. so.
I'll offer the resolution approving the agreement between the New Ulm Public Utilities, Minnesota Valley Action Council, and the Minnesota Department of Commerce to cooperate and deliver the Minnesota Energy Assistance Program for federal fiscal year 2024, October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024, and authorizing the finance director to sign the agreement on behalf of the New Ulm Public Utilities.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion and a second to offer the resolution approving the agreement between the New Ulm Public Utilities, Minnesota Valley Action Council, and the Minnesota Department of Commerce to cooperate and deliver the Minnesota Energy Assistance Program for federal fiscal year 2024, October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024, and authorize the finance director to sign the agreement on behalf of the New Ulm Public Utilities. Is there any further discussion?
I just think that Minnesota Valley Action Council is really a good program, whatever this is, and I think it helps a lot of our customers avoiding shut-offs and things
Absolutely.
like, so I really support MVAC.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so with that,
Call the roll.
I think call the roll, yeah.
Commissioner Hillesheim,
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis,
Yes.
Commissioner Williams,
Yes.
and Commissioner Finland.
Yes. Resolution passes. All right, next order of business is to discuss the Cottonwood Area Water Service Analysis.
Okay, this is a proposal from SEH to look at both what we can do with the current Cottonwood system to get the most out of it as that area is built out. And if you've been following it all, the city is currently doing a comp plan, and this is one of their areas of interest. So we're trying to figure out what improvements we will need as they implement their goals also. One of the goals is to time properly the addition of any infrastructure that we need out there without it being, when we have the customers to help pay for it, rather than for one house suddenly building a ridiculous amount. Some of the things we'll be looking at will be anticipated water consumption, both now and into the future. Second, the water supply line. Currently, that's fed on one radial feed, trying to get another water line up to that. So we have some redundancy. Possibly doing some control upgrades, maybe through SCADA or with VFDs to get more out of those pumps and stuff to, again, delay the building of water storage, whatever that's going to look like in the future. And the next one was identify what point we'll be needing to add storage. And this is all in complement with reviewing of projected land use that would be coming out of that comp plan that the city's finishing up right now.
And it looks like it's well within our consulting budget that we're using portion of to get this done.
Yeah, there's several projects in that, but yeah, there's ample funds for this.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the proposal from Short Elliott Hendrickson, SEH, for engineering services for the service analysis in the amount of $14,700.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to authorize the city manager to accept the proposal from Short Elliott Hendrickson, SEH, for engineering services for surface service analysis in the amount of $14,700. Any further discussions? With none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Our next bit of business is to discuss the approval of the Arctic Wolf renewal. And it looks like we have a guest speaker.
Good
Brandon.
afternoon.
Actually, let me correct you. That's the new IT director, Brandon Wartz. So he's not a
Thank you,
guest, he's
commissioners.
another one of us.
Welcome, Brandon.
All right, so the IT department is looking to have the approval of the quote provided by TSG for our Arctic Wolf Manage, Detect, and Response software. All of our events and incidents and all of our network traffic get ingested by the Arctic Wolf platform. From there, they get analyzed by their concierge team, which we have 24/7 access to. And then if needed, they will elevate incidents that we will work together to resolve. So it's been very valuable to have. And this is a budgeted item in the amount of $57,500. So we just asked for the approval of the quote in $53,191.60.
And how long have we been with Arctic Wolf for this?
This will be the second year, so this
Okay.
is the first renewal.
So we feel that the service was well.
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
I'll make the motion to authorize the approval of the quote provided by TSG for the renewal of our Arctic Wolf MDR platform.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to authorize the approval of the quote provided by TSG for the renewal of our Arctic Wolf MDR platform. Any further discussion? With none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, and welcome. All right, our next order of business is discuss the schedule of fees and changes effective August 23rd, 2023. And I'm guessing, Nicole, you're presenting that.
Actually, this was a Beth and Chris thing. I
Oh.
believe this is just a change in some wording on one of the items on the fee schedule. I don't have the detail on that. I don't know.
This is more for installations of new services. And it's kind of coming out of the supply shortages that we all hear about due to the cost of transformers and meter equipment. And depending on the amount of demand data we have for what these new services are gonna take, we are asking to include language where we can bill up to 100%. That does not say we're going to bill 100%, but it gives us the option,
Okay.
depending on their usage.
Yeah, it looked, I mean, there's literally one minor change.
Yes, it's pretty nuanced.
Yep. That only affects like commercial and industrial
mhm,
customers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't affect residential or anything in any way.
Okay.
I'll offer the resolution approving the 2023 PUC schedule of fees and changes to be effective, fee and charges to be effective August 23, 2023.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to offer the resolution approving the 2023 PUC schedule of fees and charges to be effective August 23rd, 2023. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution.
I think I got to do both, don't I?
Nope.
No? Okay, then we'll take the call. Roll.
Commissioner Hillesheim?
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis? Commissioner Williams?
Yes.
And Commissioner Fingland?
Yes. Resolution passes. All right, so our last order of business is discuss report of claims.
I'll make the motion to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $3,240,512.86.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $3,240,512.86. Is there any further discussion on that? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there any further business? If not, meeting's adjourned.